So, welcome to the show. I'm apparently the host for this show. This, we're all midnight. Anyway, let me just introduce my co host. It's Chase Fox. So, just jump in here, you asshole. Please. Thank you. I need
Yeah, man.
somebody to talk to. The sooner
Yeah.
the better. Anyway, welcome everybody who might be able to watch and who's going to watch and who will later watch this stream. Welcome.
Yeah. You're doing
So we
pretty good
have.
so far.
Oh, thank you. I'm a bit awkward as people might able to tell, and you of course. But maybe people are seeing something different with my avatar for those who might know who I am. Not I'm actually a celebrity or
He's a
whatever or
human. He's
things.
human.
Yeah, I'm a human, but I have gained a new avatar, and let's just leave it at that. Let people speculate how that happened. I
He
know.
just took off his furry suit because it's not a furry
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. That's how. This is how I look under that damn fursuit. Anyway, we do have some topics to, don't we, Jace?
We do have some topics today, and I just want to welcome everybody who is in the chat and who is watching us right now. Currently, we're actually at 5 viewers, actually right now.
Oh no.
And well, we are streaming on your channel today. I wanted to be here with you, and gay demon goat avatar. Yeah, it's not that anymore.
Don't worry, the gay demon goat whatever furry avatar. He will appear sooner or later, Chris. Don't worry. I won't disappoint you.
And I know it's gonna be interesting. I want to help to make your channel grow because you don't have a lot of content, but more, like we said, more content will come. Um, and we already have someone in your chat here.
Michael Madsen.
Don't know who that is. Anyone you know?
Nope, but judging by, well, his last name, are you Danish, Michael? Tell us in the chat. Michael
Yeah.
Madsen? I don't know.
It's Snooze. It's Snooze.
Who?
Snooze
Snooze?
Spooky. Yeah, a good friend. A good friend.
Oh,
Hail, man. Hail, brother. I know. You forgot to
oh.
introduce me as your fucking boss. We need to have a serious talk with that, my man. No, just kidding.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Denied.
Denied. Um,
The
but
computer
no.
says no.
The computer says no. But yeah, you are a host here, so I don't know how you like to run things. So that's up to you if you wanna do small talk or go right into the topics you wanna go through tonight.
No, unless you have something that you want to say. This is kind of like,
No, yeah, he's Norsk.
oh,
He's Norwegian.
oh no. Oh, sorry. I miss Scandinavianized you. Whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should
It's been a
maybe we should. Hmm?
no. It's been a fun week. Well, I was supposed to do a review of the Thor movie today, but well, the fucking bus driver just drove past me, so I didn't get to the cinema to watch it.
He left you in a bus stop.
He left me on the bus stop, so
That,
unfortunately that happened. Um,
don't
so
worry, it happens to everybody.
it
Sadly.
does. It does. So, because I was supposed to be here with you and talk about it, but I will talk about it, and maybe tomorrow, because tomorrow is the mainstream that we all do on 540, 540 Studio, where we go through stuff. And I was thinking about talking about that movie tomorrow after I went to the cinema because it's Thursday tomorrow. I th- so yeah,
Yes, you're correct.
yep, and
We might as well jump into the topics for this evening.
yeah,
I know
let's
that
just go.
I have one topic I want to talk about, but you also
Yeah.
has
We also
some,
have
and
some more
I
topics. Yeah, we you wanted
yep,
me to help, so I did. Jace were talking to
exactly.
me with the dreaming a few hours ago. That's true. That's true. And then Looks like we have a dreaming snowflake. Also saying hi, Jace. Hi, darling. I hope you're doing well tonight.
Don't melt.
But yeah, let's get into because you the one that you really want to talk about that was like funny.
Should we just jump into that one or take
You decide. Like
one of
you
the other?
decide. This is this is your
No, I'm
show,
just
bro.
asking. We can just yeah. Let's just be finished with the one topic I want to talk about because it's kind of irked me, and
Yeah, you said so.
I wanted to talk about it. Yeah, just
Yep.
let's just do this.
So then you share the screen. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, chill. Hold on. I'm not as good
Oh,
as
how
this.
are you, Pris?
I am fine dreaming. I'm not as good at this as Chase is. But
That's
hey,
why I'm
I'm
helping you.
learning. I'm internship.
This is an internship.
Yep, I know.
So if people are wondering while he's finding the page, yes, this is the 540 logo and stuff right here on live. That's because we are streaming through the 540 StreamYard because I have paid for it and this motherfucker hasn't. Um,
Okay, just share for it.
no, but let's get into this thing you really want to talk about.
Yeah, it's I know for most people you I don't know, but for people in chat, I don't know if you have any interest in Friends, but that doesn't really matter. It's the title of this article. I used to watch Friends when I was like in middle school, I guess. And I actually
Mm.
enjoyed it, even though it's very
Goat
cringy.
burn.
Hmm,
Goat burn. We actually have a goat here.
a goat.
You need to learn to look at the screen too.
Like I said, I'm internship.
Goat
But
burn. Hell
yeah,
hail to you, man. I hope you're doing good.
welcome. Um, where was I? Oh yeah, friends. um, this article kind of irked me, more in an annoying way, not really in a mad way, but it's the title. Friends co-creator Martha Kaufman regrets show's lack of diversity. Says she bought
Hmm.
into systemic racism. Okay, and I like Friends, as cringy and bad the humor or corny the comedy might be. I actually enjoyed it. So yeah.
I will honestly say that I have basically never watched Friends in my life. I've seen a couple of episodes of Friends, but I've never like seen through Friends. I know a lot of people love Friends, but it was never like my thing. But
It's a
yeah,
typical sitcom from the 90s.
yeah, it
That should
is. That I
explain
know.
everything, more or less. But
Can we
but
sacrifice your goat? Yes.
oh, no sacrifices. We like goats. Here.
Yep, we do.
We need animal representation. Let's just call it like that. Anyway, uh, this article, let's just read through it. Earlier this month, Friends co-creator Martha Kaufman, and I think this article was written 1st July, so it's not really that old. Martha Kaufman made a generous donation to Brandeis University. I'm sorry for butchering that name of the university. Her alma mater. She pledged $4 million to establish an endowed professorship in the African and African American Studies department there. That's fine. In making the pledge, Kaufman said, "It took me a long time to begin to understand how I internalize systemic racism." Okay. I've been working really hard to become an ally, an anti-racist, and this seemed to me to be a way that I could participate in the conversation from a white woman's perspective. Uh-huh. French, no, French, friends, almost said French. Friends,
Friends.
which Kaufman co-created with David Crane, has been criticized through the years for its lack of diversity. Aha.
Okay.
Kaufman at the time saw the show as
After
being unfairly targeted. Since then, she has been outspoken with her regrets about the shortcomings both in front and behind the camera. Yeah, so that's where my where my interest
because
perked with this article and
like what I
this.
can remember, I don't think it was ever. It was always like diverse, wasn't it? Like I've just seen a couple episodes, but
Well, the main cast, the six people that played like Chandler and
yeah,
Ross, Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, and Joey. Yes, they were all white people, and
yeah, but
to
it's
be
no
honest,
problem
it's
with
not.
that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. So you can probably say, yeah, you should probably pick more people of color as the to as the actors and actresses, but at that time, I don't know. If you look at the whole sitcom, it's actually kinda no, not kinda, but just very diverse when it comes to the stories, the characters, who they are, their personalities, and that's why I found this to be very just weird.
Yeah. No,
Like
I totally get you.
three of the main characters are Jewish, for example,
They are?
and they are. I think it
Okay,
was
okay.
Monica and Ross Geller and Rachel Green, I think. And Ross actually, at the beginning of the series, had a divorce with his wife, who I'm guessing found out she was a lesbian, and she married her partner later in the series.
Okay.
Yes, she did. And there
Times
was
before it was woke, before but those times, because at least at this times, it was a lot of shows were just natural when it comes to writing. It was just
exactly,
natural.
and
It's a real different period of writing, and it's
and
like
this is a
okay,
show. Mm,
like I was gonna say, like okay, one character is gay. It's like okay, nobody cared back then. It's like okay, it's perfectly fine. It's good written, and that's all that matters, with no
mm.
agenda.
But the thing is, people want to claim that the Kaufman, whatever her name is, said that her show wasn't diverse enough, but it was. Sure, the actors and actresses might have been white people, and that's nothing wrong with it because they play different characters with different backgrounds, like what I just
Yeah, I don't
said
see
as
the
an
problem
example.
that the
A
characters is
lesbian woman
white.
divorced her husband to be with a
Mhm.
partner. Uh, from what I remember, Chandler's dad was actually a closeted gay who's a drag queen. So yeah, the whole thing that this wasn't diverse. Please, holy hell. This is a show from the 90s. It would be just as stupid to say that Fresh Prince of Bel Air wasn't diverse for not having white people or anything else like their cast members. I don't get it. It's so freaking stupid. Diversity shouldn't be, measured because of their superficial traits like
Oh, it
their
kind of sounds like
skin color.
her problem. If
Yeah,
she wanted to make this show, she should have just thought about that long before. Like, oh, maybe I should have casted some people of color. Then you should have done it back in that day. Then, but that's
yeah,
not
and
what she
this is
did.
a whole. This is from the 90s. It's getting really old. This this show. The same with Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and
Yeah, you had Fresh Prince of
so
Bel Air.
many other shows like that. It's
Hmm.
I don't get why these people are coming out now complaining about the
Because it
accomplishments that
happens with
they
a lot of
made.
shows lately, like shows and
Yeah,
movies, and you have a lot of these people that just out of the blue they complain, "Oh, I didn't do good enough. I'm kind of sorry that I didn't do more diverse stuff." Blah 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 blah. It's kind of a trend right now with a lot of creators.
and also they're
And
talking about systemic racism or diversity as a problem because of that. And that's just a whole new nonsense to me because that means there's discrimination based on a systemic problem because of law. And at that time, I don't know. From I grew up in the 90s. whoever, whether you are was white or black or Asian, we didn't really discriminate people because of their race in that same way. Okay, so I'm white, so that means I'm much more worth than you. We didn't really
Yeah.
think like that at all,
Let's see here.
from what I
So
remember. It's so freaking stupid.
yeah.
But
So Dreaming said, "Hell yeah." No, we need to sacrifice goats to the devil to please him. Lol. Yes, let's play the war. Goat ceremony.
sure, and see in the chat. Let's here we're sacrificing gold people. So yeah, talking about diversity. It sounds like
Yeah.
satanic people. But hey, whatever.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, and but this is what I found this sensitive situation we are now in when it comes to TV shows, movies, whatever it is. It, it has become so hypersensitive. It's becoming ridiculous because
Oh
this is
yeah,
a show
people
that
are too
didn't just
sensitive.
have people from different backgrounds. It had also people in different
Yeah,
situations. Like I remember, what was her name again? Phoebe.
yeah,
She
Phoebe.
actually was a surrogate. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly.
No, I know what you mean.
Probably
Yeah.
mother for her half brother, and she had triplets in the show. I mean, come on already. If you want diversity, I mean, holy hell. Yeah, and this is a comedy show. It's not something that should be taken seriously. So why she's
No, it's
making a
just
big serious issues out of it, I don't really get it.
yeah. It,
This
it
is
shouldn't be a big thing out of this. It's just an
not
old
at all.
sitcom. We had a lot of old sitcom back in that days. So I don't see the problem with it. You're
Exactly.
just you're just gonna when you watch stuff like that, you're not gonna focus on like a lot of stuff.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna focus on the comedy of it, and yeah, sometimes they do have like cool stories that you can feel that's funny, stories that you want to cry, but mostly it is a sitcom, and 90% of a sitcom is comedy in these old shows. Like, for example, How I Met Your Mother, for example, it's just stupid funny. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, and the
Yes,
cast is also white people, and that's a
yeah,
much newer show. So I don't get it. It's very weird for me because diversity shouldn't be measured because of okay representation because of ethnicity and race. Sure, some levels of it can be measured by it, but if it just if it just ends with that, then what's the diversity? Because you might probably have a very bad story, a bad characters. I don't know. But this is the stupid stuff that people do these days, especially when they're going back, ripping up stuff from 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when,
yeah,
oh, we should have done better at that time.
yeah, and it's the
In
same thing that
hindsight, what the hell? Ugh,
yeah,
make a
and it's like
show that is new and diverse, then don't
yeah.
tear
And also,
apart.
it's like it's the problem is not just the writers anymore, because you have a lot of the people who's watching these shows. They are like complaining about so many shows now and movies. I remember back in the day, I had this discussion with someone, and she was talking about that show for what was it called in Big Bang Theory, that old Big Bang Theory show, right?
Yeah. Mm.
And then she started like explaining to me in detail like why Big Bang Theory is a sexist show. And I'm just like, What the fuck are you talking about? This is a comedy, so it's a sitcom. It is stupid. It's
Mm.
just a stupid sitcom. How is it sexist? Oh, it's because of the men. They're treating women like shit, and they're like horny bastards. And I'm just like, that's kind of the point. They are just comic relief characters. They're not supposed to be taken seriously. You're not supposed to take this damn seriously, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's just like
exactly.
so. And the same thing that I heard about Two and a Half Men is like, oh, that's such a sexist show because Shaw is so ugly and disgusting to women. And I'm just like, dude, that's the comic show. That's like his character. It doesn't mean he's like that in real life. It's his fucking character. It's not
Yeah, they're
sexist.
playing
It's
a
just
role.
Yeah. So
And that's
it
interesting in a way, because if you look at How I Met Your Mother, for example, who has like what's his name again? The guy who plays the Playboy boy character?
Barney,
Listen,
Barney,
yeah, Barney.
Neil
He
Patrick Harris.
yeah, and he's gay, by the way.
Yeah, he's
But
he's
he
actually
plays
gay
this,
in real life, and it's so
yeah,
funny because he plays so good straight. Like he,
and he plays a what you would see as a toxic sexist character. But then
hmm
you have like Big Bang Theory, that is about nerds and geeks,
yeah, like
which you don't
the
really see that much in
no,
sitcoms in the same
the
way,
the thing
like
with
in
no
uh,
the
y-
thing
with
the
Big
thing with
Bang, then not Big Bang Theory, but How I Met Your Mother or Friends, for example, because
hmm
it's very geek and nerd focused in a way.
yeah, it it,
How
it
they
it used to be. It used to be. Because first they focused on, yeah, it was like, how do you call it? It was like stereotypical, like stereotypes of geeks. Like a lot of
mm,
geeks are not like that, but of course there are some geeks out there who's like that, but
they
it's not
are.
many. But the first couple of seasons, because I have watched through the whole show, I did force myself to watch through it. Like it started out funny, it did start out funny. It was all about geeks, right? It was
It
all
did.
about geeks, but then they started focusing more on love story, love story, love story, and it took away the whole concept of being geeks. So that is kind of why the show started to fall apart, in my opinion on it. But there was like nothing sexist with it. Like when you see later in the shows, they treat the ladies nicely, they get married, they get kids, everything like goes the way a good way in the show, for example.
They were
But
the
did you want
stereotypical. Hmm?
Yeah. Are you gonna read more of this, or did you get to your point, or did you?
No, the thing is that the article continues in the same way. It's not really much more to say about it, to be honest. People can read through it if they want to, but the the thing is with shows like, for example, Friends, and it shows lack of diversity. However, she's trying to paint it.
Just
It
make a
doesn't
new
matter.
one then. Just make a new
Yeah,
fucking
it
Friends show
it
with new
doesn't matter
characters.
if.
If it's gonna flop, of course it's gonna flop because she's gonna try to do the whole agenda thing that people don't
Mm,
like. They did it with because we're not gonna read it anymore. We can just do this, but um, they did actually continue How I Met Your Mother with How I Met Your
mm,
Father,
yeah.
the new show, and that fucking flopped. It really flopped because they focused on the agendas of wokeism. They didn't care. They didn't care about a proper story. They lost the way they made How I Met Your Mother. They lost why How I
Mm,
Met Your Mother became so big. And it was not because of the skin color or anything with the characters. It was about the writing. And with this new show, it's all woke agenda. It's like every sentence basically is just like, you have to respect this, you have to respect that. If you say this, you're a sexist. If you say this, you're a homophobe. If you say this, you're racist. That was like the whole new plot of the new series. And that ruins show. Like I don't mind seeing a show with diverse characters. I only want a good story. If it's a sitcom, I really don't care about the skin color or sexualities. Then I just care about, is this a fun comedy? Is this a fun sitcom? You know?
yep. But because then you're looking for something that you might not find, and it's a very superficial way. Because again, I like Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It's one of the greatest shows that I like, and it's
It is a fun show.
primarily a black cast of characters,
It is a black
and the
cast, and
actors are people of color, and
yeah,
it's really great.
and they didn't focus on the whole woke agenda about being a
No, no,
person of color. But did you see they did remake that show into a serious show? That was a
I haven't seen that, but the thing is, if you're going to say that okay, this show Friends lack diversity because of reasons, then you can actually do the same thing and reflect it upon like shows like Fresh Prince of Bel Air,
yeah.
because it kind of lacks if you're going with superficial diversity like skin color. Yeah, it
Yep.
lacks white people, but I don't look for that in a fucking TV show.
No, like if you are a
The
person who,
characters is what I'm looking for, and the story is
yeah,
not
it's like if you are a
cool.
person who's gonna watch shows and you watch the shows just because of skin color and representations on stuff, then you have a serious plot problem. Then you have a serious plot problem because that's not what you're gonna look for in TV shows or anything. You're gonna look for a good entertainment,
Yep,
and if that's what you're gonna focus on, a good story, a good entertainment. And if you just watch the show to see woke stuff, just to see representation or whatever, that's a big fucking problem. It's like the same thing that a lot of quote unquote Star Wars fans these days, a lot of people that talks about Star Wars. I remember one article about a dad who was like watching the Phantom Menace with his son, right?
mm-hmm.
And then when he was watching the movie, he was like, "Oh, when I saw it, I saw it was like super racist. He made George Lucas kind of made all these stereotypical Jews and stereotypical black people." And I'm just like, "Where the hell do you get this from? Are you trying to say everything in that universe is racist? What are you trying to say to us? Like, this is fucking stupid, man."
That's even more ironic since Star Wars, when it comes to race, you have more like the humans race, you have the alien races that like scattered throughout the
Oh
galaxy.
yeah, in Star Wars
It's
you
much
have
bigger. Holy
yeah,
hell.
you have people of color, every
Yeah.
variations of people of color. You have different colors of aliens and different species of aliens. You
Yeah,
have people who
exactly.
hook up with aliens. You have everything that you need to have in Star Wars, in the old real Star Wars. You even had gay characters. You even had straight characters. You had bi characters. So many things that people forget. So
It's freaking
going,
weird.
it really is. It really is. And we do also have we have more, of course, on the agenda to talk about.
Let's continue.
Yeah, if that's what you want, of course, because you're the host here.
I, I think we have. Thank you. I think we have dwelled upon this topic. I have said my piece. I hopefully people understand my point with uh, that topic. That's that the Kaufman is trying to make a problem out of the friend series, which I don't really see because it's nonsense.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm done with it. Let's just
yeah,
move on.
but no, I
I'm fine.
totally get you, man. Um, so the next topic, so I'm gonna read this. This is something that really popped up on Twitter lately. Oh goddamn, I got so pissed when I saw this on Twitter. Hey, we
I
actually have a guest here. We actually do have a guest who wanted to be here. Look at that, Prismatics. You have a guest on your channel for the first time here, other than
I
me.
I do.
And this motherfucker right here is a good friend of 540 Studio and Prismatics. This motherfucker right here, he's the guy who's gonna help me to learn the Latinx language. Diego.
Repeat after me. Soy un pendejo.
Hey man. So
I,
Diego, welcome.
please say that again if I'm going to repeat it.
Don't repeat it. Don't repeat
Why?
so well.
Please explain
it.
in English.
Depends on the context. Either you're saying you are the boss, or you're saying you're the bottom guy, or you're saying you're a schmuck, or depends a lot on the context. Pendejo means a lot of
Yes.
things for us.
So
So
there's a multiple explanation. Okay, I'm fine with that.
since Diego, you are on Prismatic's channel today. We are
Welcome.
streaming on his channel. So to everybody who is in the chat, I want you all to welcome Diego, a good friend of ours. He's also on Midnight's Edge Espanol, and they do a lot of great work there. I do not understand every single thing you guys are fucking talking about because for some reason you don't want to help me to learn the Latinx language, man. I don't understand what's up with that, man. I want you to help me.
Why are you
Because
calling it
you're
Latex?
using the word with an X. In a language, X does not exist. So go
Mm.
back to Xenophon, to that loving embrace of that burly man, and then we talk.
Yeah. No, so before we get into this, Prismatics, do you want to just tell Diego what we did talk about before we go to the next topic?
Sure. We talked about Friends. Apparently, there's the co-creator of Friends, something Kaufman. I don't remember her first name. Sorry about that. But apparently she realized, and that's in quotation mark,
And
that she
Prismatics, you have another guest on your channel.
again.
Orange Hat Reviews, everybody.
We
Hello there.
we don't look we don't like orange hats, sir. That's we don't. No, you're most welcome. Don't
So
worry.
everybody in the chat, I also want, because we are on Prismatic's channel today, so everybody who's in the chat here who's not familiar with all these people, Orange Hat is also a good friend of ours, a really great motherfucking guy, and he's one of the best reviewers on YouTube that you can find. He's the one of the most detailed reviewers out there. So give it up for him, man. You're doing great
Oh,
stuff, Orange.
thank you.
do.
I appreciate that.
You do.
Thank you very
But
much.
no, but yeah, we did talk about the Friends thing, as his Orange is here too, so I don't know how much he got to hear about that.
So, what's going on with Stranger Things or
I mean,
their
oh, Friends,
creators?
No,
Friends,
no,
Friends.
I'm not. I stumbled upon an article about how Friends, the TV show, lacked diversity from one of their co-creators, and no, it doesn't really, from my perspective. And I kind of grew up, well, being a preteen, I guess, watching it. So no, it doesn't, and that's basically it. It's it's people who are bringing up old shows and then, oh no, we should have done better in hindsight. It's really stupid.
Well, that is
You can get
basically
the
how.
gist.
Sorry, that is
No.
basically how Hollywood is acting nowadays. They feel they need to virtue signal because they did this or that in the past. What they don't realize is that there has been such rich representation throughout Hollywood, and the only problem is it's not to their liking. That is their main problem, and that is why they're saying there isn't much representation. When take the LGBTQ community for example, they've had representation in Hollywood and on film for over 100 years,
Yep.
Yep.
and they just don't want to admit as such because, well, it defeats their entire argument. If you look at a movie called Vingarn, Vingarne, that movie had a LGBTQ themed plot in it where a model or two people were going after a model. One was a female, and the female was, and one was a male. And I believe the female wins the female model's heart. So yeah, but
Yep.
with the Friends thing, I never really watched the show Friends, so I wouldn't know much about it. Just never grabbed my attention as much as it could have. However, most of those people who played on Friends, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Arquette, well, now Courtney Cox again, and all those other nut jobs. Well,
I know.
can you really expect them to not want a virtue signal in order to say, well,
Yeah.
we're going to make this right?
Yeah, and it's the same thing that I told Prismatics is that you have a lot of it's not just the co-writers or writers anymore, just that looks at their own old products. Also, like a lot of the viewers also right now, they go into like watch movies and TV shows to just to try to find diversity and things to complain about and ruin the movie and ruin the shows because this doesn't have a diversity enough, this doesn't have this enough, and you made this stereotypical this and that, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's the thing with Friends. No matter how, yes, the six people, the main characters, yeah, they were white people, whatever, and the the comedy, the humor, the jokes, it was very cringe. And no matter what the cringiness is, it was still actually a okay show for its time for being a sitcom. But at the same time, it was actually very diverse, and that's the problem I have when some co-creator kind of is bitching and complaining how it isn't. I mean, come on, you know what the hell you're doing, woman. Stop it already.
I was gonna say,
You're
let's.
looking stupid.
I mean, we have to also take into account one thing that they say it couldn't be more diverse. She herself forgets the whole background information that she gives to her characters. Most of them grew up in a very specific area of the U.S. where the majority of the population was white, because
Yep.
Chandler, Ross, Rachel, they were all in the same town. Rachel was just rich, filthy rich,
Yep.
you know. And Monica was also part of that group. So and it's a place where it was ethnically more homogenous. So you couldn't have that kind of diversity, right? Also, you have the rich person working their life, trying to learn to work for their own, like leaving home because they didn't want to get married. They want to decide the things on their own instead of parents deciding for them. You have a comedic guy who's from a more poorer background, yes, who still tries to be a ladies' man and at the same time tries to understand he has to accept himself as he is. We have the actor who's always been the ladies' man, but he is loyal to his best friend, which is the comedic guy. We have a neurotic doctor who is a paleontologist, one of the most boring professions in science.
I know.
Yes.
Okay, and then you have somebody like Phoebe, who is a complete nut job. Let's be honest, she's a complete nut job. But did they ever discriminate her for it?
But she's not just a nut job. She actually was a street child at one point. So she was like the bottom of society.
I mean, did they ever discriminate her for it? No.
No. And she actually made a person of herself.
Exactly. It's those kinds of things. I mean, there's a reason why Joey was a character that so many people loved that they actually felt inclined to make his own spin-off. Because so many people loved him.
Yeah, they did make a spin-off, didn't they?
And actually lasted a bit more than I thought it would have lasted, I'll be honest.
They did, but it wasn't that interesting from my perspective.
The problem is that Joey is only interesting when you have him with Chandler. It's the dynamic of both of them that works. If you have him, it doesn't really work.
He's nothing with this group of friends, especially with Chandler.
Yep.
And the interesting is he's Italian. He's had like 7 sisters. So the thing is, diversity. There's a lot of interesting people, no matter how cringe the show is in the show. They can't really use that as an excuse to say, "Oh, it wasn't. It do better, whatever." No, it's not. It was okay for its time.
Also, let's remember that Ross's ex-wife was a lesbian.
I
know. He was cool with it after she came out and divorced him. He was still cool with it, to the point that he actually, he didn't have a problem that his ex-wife and her partner also helped raise his kid. He didn't have a problem with that. That was ahead of its time in the 90s. We're talking.
It was
about,
ahead
right?
of its time, and like I said earlier, it was not forced. It was just good storytelling. It was just good storytelling, and that's what we love. With a lot of old stuff. And also, since you guys came into the perfect time, we were gonna talk about something that has been a lot on Twitter lately. I've seen Twitter blowing up with this, and I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, so apparently, fans want Elliot Page to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash. So I'm gonna say this: they want to replace a nut job with another nut job.
So you're telling me that they want to make the Flash a female? Huh.
No clue what they want to do anymore. Ezra Miller has become the center of controversy all out the year. With stacking allegations, multiple arrests, and some strange videos, many are expecting the actor to be removed as his DCU character, The Flash. With that said, also expect that he will remain the star of the upcoming Flash future film. After all, at this rate, it would cost Warner Bros. Far too much to have the act replaced, especially since he was in visually every scene. But that hasn't stopped fans from picking their top choices to replace Ezra Miller. This now includes none other than Elliot Page, who many believe should become the Flash. If if it were to happen, it certainly wouldn't be Elliot Page first ventures into a superhero film genre. After all, fans will recall that they once played Kitty Pryde in the Fox X-Men, the only role that she was okay-ish in. Um, or he, sorry about that. Furthermore, they were involved with James Gunn's superhero comedies film Super. I've not seen Super. Have you guys seen Super?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Um, and more recently, they have had starring role in the Netflix superhero series The Umbrella Academy. And again, The Umbrella Academy, it's fucking boring. And woke. Season the third season was the same story as the second season and the first season. Nothing new, the same stories all over again, a lot of fillers, and boring as fuck. If you guys understand my drift.
Mm.
Well, my mom was taking a look at the Umbrella Academy, and she got bored as hell.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
like
don't blame
the
her.
first season. No, the first season was okay. It was decent. It had potential. And then season 2 came, really fucking terrible. It was so fucking slow. And then season 3 came, and I binged the whole show in one day, and I got so goddamn bored. But I watched it through, so I could review it and talk about it. And it is the same story that you've seen in both other seasons, and they stopped with the cliffhanger, and they are probably going to do something similar with season 4. So it's a real terrible show. So they have certainly had the experience to tackle the role of the DCU, but should it be Flash? Well, as noted, many fans do believe so. Well, the wacko fans, I will say. Here's what fans are saying on social media about Elliot Page becoming the Flash. Just want to take this moment to say Elliot Page would make a great Barry Allen in case there were ever a need to know, cast a new Flash for whatever reason. Okay. Elliot Page could totally pull off Barry Allen Flash when Ersa is inevitably fired. Don't really see him as comic Flash. He never was, unfortunately, because he's a fucking terrible actor. That was the one mistake I think Zack Snyder did, was casting Ezra Miller as the Flash. But the Flash, but the Flash Snyder setup that seems to be continuing into the new movie could totally be Elliot.
Well, if I may, just for one moment.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Or
never
I mean,
seen.
Prismatics. Prismatics is the boss here. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't mind.
I have never seen this Elliot Page person act before. Now, I have seen Ellen Page act, or the former Ellen Page. I will be slightly respectful. But I have never seen Elliot Page act. So I don't know anything about this person's acting talent. I don't know anything about how this person does their acting, because I do believe that they have he, they pronouns. Not that I give a shit. But anyway, as far as I am concerned, or as far as I am aware, Elliot Page only has one acting chop, and that is the third season of Umbrella Academy.
Yep. When
Now-
you think about that way, I totally agree with you. And the only thing I can say is that Elliot is doing exactly the same as they have done before when they were a girl.
Well,
Nothing
then
different.
their
No big
acting
difference.
was good in the third X-Men movie and the Days of Future Past, plus very good in Inception. However, Anything else, I can't honestly say I've seen much of the former Ellen Page. However, I will say this. They aren't changing anything about the Flash because the Flash is already a finished product and they have delayed it from November. Or it's definitely a finished product because its original release was in November. This thing's been finished
Delayed many
for
times.
yeah, it's been delayed too many times. It's already a finished product. And yeah, it would overcost Warner Brothers. So everybody's saying you need to replace Ezra Miller. Well, I would absolutely love Ezra Miller to be replaced. I don't know, maybe by somebody like Grant Gustin, who is the CW Flash.
And I would just say that he actually deserves a better role with the Flash than what they've done to him in the show. I feel
Yeah.
so bad for the actor.
I mean, the first few seasons, pure gold.
May I add something just before?
Sure.
Because this comes from the sources from Midnight's Edge. The movie ends on a cliffhanger, allowing the studio to make a change since they're already going through the multiverse thing.
Well, then they better definitely make that change because they really do not want to Ezra, or I said it in the number of videos that I have said or done on Ezra Miller. He is currently poison. He is poison, and he is not going to attract anybody to anything or any product he is a part of. Nobody is going to like him. Nobody's going to like that former Aquaman starlet. Nobody's going to like people like Jussie Smollett. I mean,
Nope.
nobody's going to like any of these liars and criminals.
Pathetic assholes.
Yes, they are also pathetic assholes, but they're also criminals.
They
Nobody's
are
going to like these criminals. And they have done so many things that have made them so unlikable. Look at the petition for removing Amber Heard. They'll never do it, but it's almost at 5 million, and they set a new target for 6 million signatures. They'll never get Warner Brother already acknowledged that petition and said, yeah, we don't care.
They did, yeah.
That's basically their stance with Ezra Miller. They don't care, folks. As far as I'm concerned, Warner Brothers, because of their uncaring attitude, well, they endorse the stuff that their representatives are doing.
Yep.
Now, they can say, well, we are not going to have Ezra Miller do anything else in the future. You still need to acknowledge that they screwed up.
Yep.
If you don't acknowledge that they screwed up, then you are in the court of public opinion endorsing what they did.
Yep. And Ezra Miller has a lot of things on his record of what he especially has done.
But the thing is, what I believe
from March to April.
But what I believe is that they are going to release whatever Ezra Miller has, been an actor in, because it will cost more to, create it again with a new character. So they're just going to release it.
Deepfakes are a thing nowadays.
Maybe, but I think for the future Flash, who's going to play, they might, and most likely will have a new actor play.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's absolutely done.
But the work is just done. I think that it's going to be released, and then, to be honest, I think people are going to watch it because of the old drama with Ezra Miller.
A lot of people will watch it, but this movie is going to suffer a lot of.
It will.
This movie could have been a $1 billion maker. However, because of all the news of Ezra Miller and all of these things, well, court of public opinion used to not really matter much, but now because of social media and because of how people really want court of public opinion to matter, well, now it's being used against them. And they don't like that. They do not like the fact that court of public opinion, we were going to use it as a hammer against those we don't like, but now it's being used against us. Oh, crap. Well, here's the thing. When you raise a monster and you feed that monster and feed it and feed it and feed it, what happens? That monster grows beyond your control. Now it's starving because you can't afford to feed it anymore because, well, you kind of fed it too much. So
Yep.
what's it going to do? It's going to turn on those who kept on feeding it, and it's
Yep.
going to tear into them next.
Oh yes, you got a big point there, Orange. And
It's called karma, folks.
yeah, and I think the
And
last
she's
news that
Oh,
getting
we
ready.
yes.
the last
She's
news
getting
we
ready to
got
drop a nuke.
from or the last news we got from about Ersa Miller, that he was on his farm, and they were playing around with guns, and one of the
Yeah,
toddlers or something had a gun, like a bullet in their mouth, or chewing on a bullet or whatever it was.
yeah, unsecured firearms. Now, if this was any other person, that person would be arrested, folks.
Yep.
This is
But he
called
hasn't.
criminal negligence and endangering the welfare of a child.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra Miller is, well, he may not knowing, or he likes endangering the welfare of children because he likes to groom them, first off. And secondly, if that is indeed true that a kid got caught with a freaking bullet in their mouth, yeah, and if it turns out to be his stuff, I'm sorry, but Ezra Miller does need jail. A lot of people say, well, maybe he should go to a mental facility. Did you know I was in jail once? And did you know that they have mental health to help
Yep.
people who
Oh,
are
that
in
I know
jail?
is true. Yeah, they do have that in jails.
So
Actually.
yeah,
They do.
he can have his accountability for the crimes he committed in jail while also getting that professional help that is required.
Yep. But then you also have certain people that still wants to defend Ersa Miller and say that he's not a bad guy. I've heard a couple of YouTubers say that lately. I'm not gonna name any names, but lately there's been some YouTubers saying that.
Well, if they say that they're not a bad guy, well, then that's their thing. That's their opinion. They're entitled to it. But honestly, from what I have observed, what I have heard, and whatnot, Ezra Miller is about 6 cans short of a 6-pack.
Yep.
Mm.
It was the same thing that I'm not gonna watch the Flash movie because I just don't fucking care, and I don't like Ersa Miller as the Flash, and I don't like him. So I don't know about you guys, but
Oh, I don't plan on watching it. As much as I like Michael Keaton, I'm not watching this movie.
yeah, I love Michael Keaton, I love Ben Affleck, but I'm still not gonna watch it. What about you, Diego? Are you gonna watch it, or do you have any thoughts about this?
I will watch it like when it's in its third week, and I can use a 50% off because I'm a member from the chain that we have here in Peru, one of the few chains. So I don't have to. So basically, I'm paying a full ticket for me and my girlfriend, just for the both of us, just one ticket worth of money. They're not gonna get more. Why?
Nice.
Because I know I have to watch it for the channel, and also for the fact that I have to see Michael Keaton. I grew up with that bastard. I had the toys of that Batman movie. I cannot miss him, seeing him again in the suit. Unfortunately, it's like my dad made me see that movie. He got me those toys. For me, Batman
miss
is one of
those
the
toys.
few heroes I have intrinsically built around. Like I cannot miss it, no matter what. It's him and Iron Man and Spider-Man. After that, everybody else can go fuck themselves.
I like this guy.
Yep. Thank you. Also, the fact of the matter is, there's something I have to. I want to see it because since the rumors from Midnight's Edge, the whole cliffhanger, I want to see how it ends. It's that curiosity to see how they're gonna give us that cliffhanger to say, bye Ezra, hello
Yeah.
Dylan. I can't remember his last name.
But no, it is unfortunate that a lot of these wackos want to replace Ersa with another wacko. I just think that is hilarious. That was the main thing. I think that's fucking hilarious that's what they want. Like a lot of these woke fans just go, we need Elliot Page to be the Flash. Woo. No, I want Grant, or I want someone else who is a really great actor and really knows how to play the character, because the Flash is an interesting character. So
You know what? Make it woke. Hire Usain Bolt to be the new Flash.
Oh god, that would be so fun.
I mean, the dude's already fast enough. He's already
Yeah,
the fastest man alive.
And he
Yeah.
can go say, hello,
and at
my
least
brother.
he can run properly. Ersa
Well,
cannot run.
I mean, Ezra just looks like he's run. Ezra looks like he had a stroke and then learned how to sprint. The way that he runs in the Justice League, how he's really throwing his limbs out, and it's like, dude, did you have a stroke? Did you have a heart attack? Because that's how they tell people who have had strokes and heart attacks to walk. Really move your arms, exaggerate your movement as you're moving to help keep the blood flow going. So yeah, Ezra Miller just looks like he's the Flash with a stroke.
May I add that even the kid Forrest Gump, when he was with the braces and he started running, right, had more grace.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be clumsy. The cue was be as clumsy as possible while you run out of this shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, we do actually have some more news. It depends. Do you want to continue, Prismatics, with some of the?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go on.
Because you're the intern, as you call it yourself, so you're the one who decides how long do you want your stream to be.
I am the intern.
So
I'm still learning.
You are, and I think you're doing a pretty good job.
Oh, thank you.
That Death Note stuff. I have no idea about that.
Again.
So Netflix taps Stranger Things creators to helm live-action Death Note series.
The Duffer Brothers?
Yes, and I have been thinking a lot about this, and I could see that they can do something good, something interesting, but still, it is based on Death Note, something I really love. So of course, I have my concerns, but they are great directors, producers, creators. So following the conclusion of Stranger Things season 4, unfortunately, I have not seen the 2 last episodes, but I unfortunately know I'll know a lot about the spoilers. Series creators Matt and Ross Duffer have revealed that their intent on not only keeping their creative endeavors at Netflix, but also continuing on in the world of mystery horror with a live-action adaptation of writer Tsugumi Uhaba and artist I'm bad at pronouncing Japanese names, Takashi Upata's iconic Death Note manga. And I love Death Note. It's one of my favorite mangas and animes. As announced in Deadline exclusive published on July 16th, the siblings' creative team have formed a new production company, Upside Down Picture, through which they will work on several new projects for the streaming giant. According to the brothers, Upside Down will strive to create stories that take place at the beautiful crossroads, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, where big spectacle coexist within inmate character work, where heart wins out over. I can't pronounce the last word, but cynicism. Yeah, whatever. I can't pronounce it.
Cynicism.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, the Duffer Brothers were good, but
they are good creators.
Are they gonna? But look at Netflix's. Look at their what's it called? Reputation when it comes to live action anime adaptations.
It doesn't have the greatest reputation of that. It doesn't really.
Their greatest and reputation don't even belong in the same sentence when you're referring to Netflix. Not when it comes to live action animes. As far as I'm concerned, their attempts at live action animes fell abysmally short.
Mm-hmm. I mean, also, I think we have to take into account the fact that clearly Netflix is right now in the middle of a transitional period because of the firings of certain people in many levels, the elimination of most of its animation department, you know.
Yeah.
And they are instead of going for some other wackaloon, they decided these guys are proven veterans at doing a serialized paranormal, you know, with creepy element series, right? And also with a bit of elements of investigation. So we're gonna give them Death Note to make us a live action series, and most likely these guys will take it. They will try to look the original. Of course, narratively speaking, they will make changes to make the narrative of a serialized form flow better when it's not in the manga
Mhm.
nor in anime. So,
But
and that's
what
what
do you
should
guys
do.
think? Because we know that the Death Note movie didn't go that well. Even though I have a weak spot for it, I know it's not great, but I still enjoyed it for what it was.
It's schlocky.
It's schlocky, but I still enjoyed it. There was a lot of things that I did enjoy and some stuff that I didn't enjoy, especially the name choices in the movie.
Well, I have no idea about Death Note because I haven't watched anime in God knows how long. I mean,
Okay.
the last anime that
I do
watched.
recommend Death Note to Orange. You should really watch that. It's one of the best animes and mangas out there. But for
I'll
the people,
dispute, or I'll agree to disagree with you on that. Yu Yu Hakusho for life.
I personally don't like live action or anything like that. I
Mhm.
mean, anime is anime.
but
Yes, and it
it's
needs
like
to stay anime.
yeah. But I'm
Uh,
just thinking.
exactly.
I'm just thinking like this. This is the people that made Stranger Things. Do you guys think that they could do something interesting with the live action? Because they are pretty good at doing stuff like this type of
Well,
live action stuff.
give me a TLDR on what Death Note is about.
Pretty much, a guy is given by a Grim Reaper. Let's make the translation better. A book that's called a Death Note. That if you write on that book, whoever's name you put in that book will die in the way you've written it in the book. And so the guy
Because
takes a
they
very
are yeah,
megalomaniac
because the
route.
Shimagamis are the people that own the Shimagamis are the gods of death
Yep.
that you will see when you have the book.
Yeah, and
Huh,
so the
so
whole
it's
the character
basically the
it's
Devil's
a detective
Diary.
story. Like, be honest, it's a detective story because it's basically between Kira and Light. Light is trying to find out Kira about the existence of Kira and the mystery around the Death Note and how certain characters in politics, and powerful people start dying in a specific way, right? In a pattern he noticed. And Kira, meanwhile, is trying to save the world and make it better by taking out the trash.
And it's also a really old manga from back in the day, and it's one of the big ones. And a lot of manga and animes have taken a lot of inspiration from Death Note in a lot of other animes and mangas that you see on TV or wherever you see them. Death Note is one of the original mangas out there who did a lot of great fucking stuff. The writers did such a proper job on that manga, and they did so many interesting stuff. They did make a sequel manga that didn't go well because they had to, of course, take Trump into it and make Trump trying to buy the book. But nobody cares about the sequel manga. Nobody fucking cares about it. A lot of people just forget that it ever existed.
Problem is that you don't have a main character in the sequel manga. There's too many like real storylines going through that doesn't help people, gravitate to it. When you in the original, since you had two main characters,
Yep.
it worked because you had a duality and you had the detective story working around it. So it was like it worked because you were always seeing both sides and you were like enthralled in the story, trying to see, is he gonna find out? No, he's not. Oh crap, what happened next? Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
No, but I do really recommend Death Note to a lot of people. But I think they can do something interesting with it. I'm really concerned about certain aspects of Death Note. Normally, I like things to stay anime and manga, but I think this is the only time I'm like a little bit, maybe I'm not gonna take too much hope on it, but I do have some faith in the creators of Stranger Things to do something.
I say we should take a wait and see more because we have to wait until they show us, at least some pictures, to see how they're bringing it. Because, for
see a teaser.
example,
Yeah,
they can
make up
at
my
least
mind.
they're not. At least they're probably not gonna call Light for Light Turner like the movie, because Light Turner's a fucking horrible name.
no,
Well,
they're
no,
gonna follow
if
more
they'll want
appropriate.
to stay, they will want to, or when it comes to names, they do want to stay faithful, because if you screw up a name like that and when it comes to a very beloved series, you are playing with fire and you will burn yourself.
Yeah, and I will say also in a Death Note world, you don't need to focus on the main light. Don't need to focus on him. You have a lot of other stories that have been made out there, like live action from Japan, because they made a lot of other different shows with Death Note. So the world is actually pretty big. There's a lot of things they can explore with new characters, new stories, if they want to do that. So there's a lot of things they can do with this. And I've seen what they did with Stranger Things. They do a lot of great work there, especially visually. They do a lot of great stuff. I think this is in the right area for them to make something if they're going to base it on anime. So I have a little faith in them, a little bit. I want to see a teaser. I want to see some pictures. I want to hear more about it because we don't have a lot of information about it yet. It just got confirmed. But hopefully they will stick a little bit to the manga, or they will do something more original with it, at least.
But that's the thing. If they're going to go with any original story based off on the manga or the anime, whatever, they have the possibilities to make something okay or even great or fantastic. But if they're going to insert certain topics just to show they're good or whatever, then it will just fall apart. Or they can make something extremely cringe on top of that as well. But this shouldn't be really a story that they should be able to mess up that bad. It's not like Dragon Ball live action. I mean,
oh no, if they did
We don't talk
Dragon.
about that.
no, but just as an example of an anime that's terribly
Dreaming,
done.
Dreaming Snowflake said, but like I said to you, Jace, I think Stranger Things a creator can make a real good live action of Death Note. They can. I know they're
They
great
understand the
creators.
creepiness. I think that's the important part because, like, if you can make the Shinigami really creepy, right?
Yep.
It could work even more because the whole part of it is you look at it, it's clearly from another world, like another dimension, but still, it's so oddly human when you think about it. It's that thing makes it even creepier. And that he loves apples. Oh god, that's the weirdest part of all. That's what makes it even creepier. It's like, yes, I know, I take people's lives, but I love apples.
Yes, but also I think that when you kind of think about just Stranger Things and Death Note, you can kind of see some resembling stuff when it comes to like the upside down world, and I think that they could have done something really cool with the upside down world and make it really look really beautiful and really cool, in my opinion, of what they can do.
Are you kidding me? That was prom dress beautiful.
Yeah. So I think the creators could do something like that. So I
have faith in them. I mean, they're pretty good at pulling off some pretty twisted shit, and from what I've heard, Death Note is some pretty twisted shit. So
it is.
Oh, it is.
It is. I love Light when he becomes Kira. I just love him. The one thing I hated, because I do love the movie, the live action movie. I do like it. A lot of things I like, but also a lot of things I don't like in it. But what I loved with the anime and manga is that Light is he is a selfish guy. He is an evil person. He's just like, you just love him. And by the way, we have another guest apparently.
Oh, do we?
Who?
Hey there, Ano Mas. How are you, man?
Ano Mas.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, man.
Fine.
One of the best animes of all time. It is one of the best animes out there. One of them.
Dreaming Snowflake. That's a nice name.
Yeah. Love the name. I'm actually gonna meet her this month, actually.
Oh, get her done.
Oh
In
man,
the Scandinavian
oh,
snow.
Just joking. Or am I?
or are you? Who knows?
Well, I do got my Joker. I do got my Joker face on.
Yeah. Thank you. No, we are gonna have a big meetup in Oslo. Snow is gonna be there, and some couple other people, and also looks like my good friend Kattekryp that we've talked a lot about and stuff. He's gonna also hang out with us. So it's gonna be like a kind of a big Norwegian streamer meetup. A little bit different, community there.
Nice. Anywho, I do gotta actually go a lot sooner than I expected because I just have an unforeseen thingy hit my messenger from a friend. So, unfortunately, I do gotta dip out. It is nice meeting everyone here.
Thank you for joining.
It
Yep.
was really nice having you on. So before you go, promote yourself. What's happening next on your channel?
Well, I am Orange Hat Reviews. I do mystery review streams and guest choice review streams as well as live reviews. Tomorrow night, around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, I will be doing a live review for Thor: Love and Thunder. So yeah, pray for me on that one, folks.
Good luck.
Yeah, and I do mystery reviews on Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. I give a couple hints at the end of each stream. So the hints that I gave for the one that's coming next week is Carl Weathers and 80s. So it's going to be hard for people to guess on that, but someone might get it. And my guest choice reviews are where I bring on a guest. They can choose the time and date and movie that we would discuss. The only thing that I get to choose is the place, and the place is always on my channel. So, yeah, if you ever want to do a guest choice review, let me know what movie you want to discuss and set up a date and time, and I'll set up the rest. Thank you for having me on.
It was really fun having you on, and I think Prismatics appreciates it.
Thank you for joining Orange Hat Reviews, and people, please subscribe to his channel. He does something interesting videos. I actually watch them. I can't really participate in streams, whatever, doing them because I'm lazy like that. But he does interesting stuff. Please, people, check him out.
Thank you. All righty, take it easy, folks.
The best reviews ever. Goodbye, brother.
Right. Take it easy.
See ya.
Bye.
What a great guy. What a great guy.
Now, if I don't remember, I'm the only American left.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I guess I just had to replace him.
Oh man. No, Prismatics, I did send you something on Discord that I think you would love to read.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yes. Because it's your show. I can't read everything, man. So, Ano, how are you, man? How are you, brother?
I'm fine. I just got back from dinner, and I got your text right in the middle, or your tweet right in the middle of dinner, so I did my best. Is this thing on a different channel, or?
This is actually on a different channel. Yeah, this is Prismatic's channel, who works in 540 Studio. We're trying to help him out, trying to do more content and, do more podcasts here too, so he can grow a little and get more experience with doing stuff on his channel.
Good enough. I kept trying to find it on YouTube, and I was like, they're shadow banning you or something.
Yeah. No, so our 540 intern is is a little nervous. Sounds like.
No, I'm not nervous, but I'm not really used to this. So hey, I'm slow. Whatever.
You can just blame your age.
Hey.
Yeah, it's hard starting out for sure. I don't live stream. One day maybe, I don't know. I'm not good at constantly talking, so I definitely need heads to bounce stuff off of. So it's always good to have buddies to come in and chat it up with you.
True.
Yep. Are you pulling up the website?
I am chill. I'm slow. I'm elderly.
Oh man. Oh man.
There you go.
So this is the one article that we found really interesting. So Prismatics.
Shall I start? Okay. God of War Ragnarok. Expensive bundles come with steelbook cases, but with no discs.
Yeah, that is really weird.
The title is is very informative enough. Should be.
So why bother?
But,
Sony made dice and Mjolnir replicas for the collector's edition, but no Blu-rays. So that's just
They do it so they don't give you a physical medium. So if they ever want to take away the game from you, they can.
mhm.
Yep.
Conspiracies.
Yeah, let's get into it.
The upcoming God of War Ragnarok will be available in a variety of editions at launch. None of these bundles, however,
And we do have another guest here too.
who-
You're getting a lot of guests today, Prismatics.
who
Well, this is the lovely, lovely Snowflake.
Well, lovely and lovely, but hello, guys.
Hello.
she's melting. I can tell.
Melting?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
summer.
never.
It's not the
Oh.
time for being a
It is
snowflake.
Prismatics. It's not hot here in Trondheim, you know.
Trondheim, yeah, whatever. Anyway. None of the Norwegian bullshit. We have people from different ethnicities here.
How
Let's
are you holding up?
No, I'm fine. have Jace here, and so I have a security net.
Oh,
Oh, that didn't sound secure enough. But whatever. Let's continue with the article, please. The upcoming God of War Ragnarok. I've been reading this. Whatever. After some confusion back and forth, this is confusing enough. In recent weeks, Sony announced this morning that God of War Ragnarok is heading to PlayStation consoles on November the 9th. The much anticipated game, like many of its contemporaries, I can't pronounce that anyway, in the AAA space, will come in increasingly expensive packages, some of which includes empty steelbook cases instead of discs. Customers will receive codes for downloading the digital version of God of War Ragnarok on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
Well, at least
You
for
good?
me, I am not gonna buy it because if I want a physical disc if I'm gonna buy this. I don't know
Same.
about you. Yeah. What about you, Diego and Anos?
Huh? You talking to me?
Yeah, I was talking to you, motherfucker.
I was gonna say something, and then he said something like, "Okay, he's gonna talk. I'm gonna be respectful."
It's like,
Habla español. Sorry.
No,
okay,
physical
we-
physical media, dude. If you don't get
Yeah.
a disc, it's not worth it.
No. So Diego, since you were about to say something
I mean-
about this.
I will be honest, okay? For me, I'm not surprised. They want to guarantee their, in case somebody gets annoying on the PlayStation Network or says some things on Twitter, they can mysteriously your game doesn't work anymore scenario, maybe. Or basically, there also could be a mix between that and also being lazy bastards, not wanting to order the physical discs, because it's cheaper to send a steelbook without them. Either way, it could be that. I mean, we could be saying no, they want to do the conniving thing, and actually just they're a bunch of cheapskates. That's it. I mean, it's annoying, yes. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the game series because it's Sony, and I'm not a fan of the Sony consoles, really. Okay? But for all those who are fans, I feel you. not getting the physical thing, even though you're getting the steelbook. That's a ripoff.
Yeah, how much does it actually cost to press some Blu-ray disc versus a steel book with
Yeah.
all the art and all that stuff on it? It's got to be more to ship the steel book, right?
The problem is that to order the Blu-ray, they would have to order a specific amount. Okay,
Mhm.
and since the specific amount of discs would be more than actual steelbooks in existence that would produce, it would still be more expensive for them to actually produce the physical disc. Because let's give an
Mhm.
example, okay? Let's say there's going to be only 100,000 steelbooks, right?
Yep.
But for them to print out the disc, they would need to at least print out about maybe a million and a half minimum, right? So you have a
Yep.
deficit of 900,000 discs. That is like, what do I do with these?
Oh, so they're
Yeah.
tied to a certain amount before they'll ever produce them.
Yes, because it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they produce the disc. Like, you
But I
gotta
still want
understand,
the
you
disc,
have
though.
a golden master. They take the data from that master and they burn it into the other Blu-rays. But it's not like one at a time. They're burning dozens at a time. That's the
Yeah.
problem. They have to order in bulk to make it worth it. Even if they own the production facility and the technology, they still have to make an official order for it and pay for it because it's a subsidiary, the one is doing it for them.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I still, I'm a collector, so I would love to have a disc, because I love to have the physical media.
They're
But
not
it is
making
what it
discs
is.
for any of the other versions.
I have no clue, to be honest, since we haven't gotten through the whole story.
Okay.
Prismatics, do you want to see if there's
Press on.
more to say?
Should I continue?
Yeah, well, it's your show, man.
Yeah, but I like people to be done when they're talking.
Dreaming,
being
anything you?
respectful.
Okay, so
Huh?
before go, Dreaming, anything more you want to say about this with no physical disc in it?
No, just continue, please.
Sure. We've seen this sort of thing before. Another first-party PlayStation Studios game from earlier this year, Horizon Forbidden West, was bundled in 2 packages, both priced at about $200. That feature steelbook cases similarly devoid of actual physical disc. Ubisoft also made headlines in 2020 when it announced the Xbox Collector's Edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, and Watch Dogs Legion wouldn't come with the disc in United Kingdom. Like, this is weird, right? Kotaku, for fuck's sake. I don't think I have to make some grand argument to convince anyone at that, and while the missing God of War Ragnarok discs could feasibly be chalked up to global supply chain issues stemming from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Sony was apparently able to source bespoke extras for the bundles with no problems. Are Blu-rays that much harder to produce than tens of thousands of wooden toys, die sets, and million replicas? I'm skeptical.
Okay.
Dot.
Don't forget the dots.
Yeah, that's just my artistic addition to this. So whatever. There's more. The more we scroll down. Comments, people, please. If you have anything to say.
Everybody just
I'll
be
say
quiet.
it.
Don't say-
This is
don't say-
bullshit.
Yeah.
No, this is
And
bullshit.
and Kotaku is saying it. Even though they're not clearly saying it, they are saying it. That whole paragraph you just read is basically the equivalent of "this is bullshit."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mhm.
No, it is bullshit and it's fucking stupid. Especially people like me who is a collector and loves to collect stuff. I will be honest, I have not played any God of War games like that. But I was gonna get into it and I do try to get into it, but I haven't gotten I haven't gotten there yet. But if I like some games, I want to buy them on physical media because I want to collect them. And if I can't find physical media, it fucking sucks, if you know what I mean. Because physical media is fucking great.
Yes. I played through the God of War 2 and 3 and the God of War before this one. And I really like the game franchise. And
Yeah, a lot of people
if
do, though.
I had a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, I would buy the disc and stuff like that. But again, I don't own one.
But I own a Xbox Series, and then I also own a PlayStation 4. I don't have the 5 yet, but I want to. But
Yeah, one day when they
still.
make them.
Only when they make them. But yeah, is there anything more to say about this? Do you guys have anything more to say about no discs?
Not really.
Not me neither.
All I'm gonna say, and this isn't a phrase we say in Spanish in Peru, Sony es Gil, morirá Gil. Basically, they're being a bunch of idiots. And they'll die for their idiocy.
Yeah, but they are losing customers, with not making discs, because a lot of people still collect discs these days. So.
But they do create collector's editions online now, but
that they do.
Not physical collector's editions. And I think that is the whole point with the fucking collector's edition, that you get the art, you get something from the game, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Didn't you get like a pendant with it from the collector's edition?
It might be.
Yeah. And I was so close to ordering it, but no, I didn't.
Oh.
And I regret it now. Fuck.
I'll be honest. Also, I'm in a country where basically, if you order collector's editions, you're a fucking idiot. And because, due to my country's laws, if they give you gifts and there's no price tag on the invoice when you send it for tax, to declare your taxes, right? To say this is under $200, I don't pay taxes. If there's something they give you as a gift, the government will fuck you over.
Seriously?
Yep. I now have something that's on the way that they give me a little, like, this commemorative coins, right, for the game.
Yeah.
And it says in the invoice that £0. I'm gonna have a fucking headache having to either do a new document, taking a pound off the original thing and adding it to there. So when I declare the taxes, it's still the same amount. It's just that now everything has a monetary value. That's also one of the reasons why my country is very adverse at collector's editions if you don't buy them on the store. But the problem is we have to buy them, with extra taxes and margins. So they're more expensive.
That sounds so wonderful.
Yes, I feel like I'm in Europe.
Are you in Argentina?
No.
Oh, well, sound like Zan Zoltan.
No. I know Zan Zoltan. And that little, is Argentino? No. I'm Peruvian and also Brazilian. So as a Brazilian, I have my own rivalry with the Argentinians. So no.
Well, I don't want to start, World War III here, but I'm just saying they got some pretty backwards tax laws and weird crap going on over there too.
Yeah, my country's the only one in the world that actually taxes books.
Seriously?
Educational books.
That is fucked up, man. That is fucked up.
Yep. You want to buy a book? You want to buy the history of the world so your kid can actually do stuff for school? Okay, it's $20 in the US, but because it's a book, you have to pay this much taxes aside from the normal sales tax. Oh, and also because it contains current information, the government has to inspect it to copy it so we can put it in public schools as well for free.
Damn, dude, that is
pirating.
I want to
My-
move over there, man. It sounds
I don't know.
wonderful.
After that, laws are very lax.
Yeah.
I could murder somebody and only have 5 years in prison. No joke.
Seriously?
Yep.
Yeah, but
If
your
I
taxes
go
are
and
crap,
repent,
so why
they give
bother?
me 5 years.
Why bother? Like,
Why-
to
why
do some
bother?
sketchy shit. Do da, do da.
It's like instead
Well,
of
I
the
could do a
US,
shit
you're
in
going for
post.
life. 5 years, I'm out for good conduct in a year.
Yeah, but you tax evaded, so 25 to life.
No, the worst part is they make it so easy to evade taxes. It's like it's a weird dichotomy. There's very stupid backwards laws, right? But at the same time, they're so lax, or there's some stupid laws that, for example, if you build a house here and you never finish it, you never have to pay taxes on it.
I'd have one wall with no drywall on it. Sorry,
Exactly.
I just can't get it I just can't get it finished. I don't know what to tell you.
You know, basically, you could come and build a fucking mansion, and because it's not finished, you know, like let's say the bricks are not even, you know, covered in a protective layer, they're just exposed to the elements, right?
Yep.
But the house is its interior is functional and has a roof. I don't pay taxes on that.
What?
Yep. As I said, Latin America is a very fun place. But now, unfortunately, I have to leave because I have to record a video for the Midnight's Edge.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah.
Have a
The
good
bosses
one,
are calling.
Diego.
So, before you go, Diego,
Yeah.
promote yourself. And still, I'm disappointed that you haven't learned me a Latinx language yet. I'm so sad, so disappointed.
Duolingo, you lazy bastard.
Ooh.
No, but you were the one who was gonna learn me. You know, I have proof, man. You know, I have the clip of proof, man, and you still haven't done it, man.
Someday, somehow, I will have time, but not right now. And as always, as my name says, I'm Diego from Midnight's Edge in Espanol. Yes, we are related to Midnight's Edge. We do content in Spanish. We do have some bits in English because, you know, we know our audience is international. We talk about the same things, pop culture, a bit of politics, entertainment. I'm about to do a funny video where, and no joke, this is something for you guys to also think about. An ex-president in my country, his WhatsApp messages were leaked with it, and there were messages with his lover, and they made
Oh.
a song about it. And it right now
What?
is like it's been trending around the world.
Mm.
What? Okay, I
It's
need to
been
get
so
into that.
popular.
man.
Spotify took it off.
Oh man, that fucking suck.
That's why. No, but look it up and I'll send you the name, Jace. Okay,
Yes, do
look it
that,
up
man.
in YouTube. You know, you're gonna laugh your ass off. So
I'm
after that-
probably will, man.
yes. Well, it was a fun being here. Thank you for having me, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.
See you guys.
Bye, Diego.
Thank you for joining,
See you later,
Diego.
man. So, do you want
Oh.
to keep on going, or it's up to you, man?
No, I'm fine. The Latinx just disappeared, so we're lacking diversity, so whatever.
Well, that's true because you're not a furry anymore.
But we have we have. Shut up. We have the American. So we supposed to be a bit diverse between the three other.
Well, I am a
knowledge-
little Romani, you know, so I'm a.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. So
No.
I'm a little
I
diverse.
am 5% Sami, so I'm not 100% Norwegian.
And I'm 100% human. Whatever.
No, you're a gay furry.
No, I'm a human.
Human. Are you sure about that, Prismatics?
Say space, please help me. I don't like this.
But
No.
Prismatics from another streamer to another streamer, try to breathe a bit and
What?
relax.
No, I can't. That's impossible. No, you're not supposed to. No, stop.
You're being sabotaged.
Yeah, I'm being hijacked. And
I've done
I'm
nothing.
the intern, by the way. Yeah, just shut up. But whatever. What's the next topic?
Well, we
Let's
do have a lot of
continue.
different- You want to
Let's
continue?
Yeah, let's continue.
You want to do more reading, or do you want me to do more reading?
It's your turn.
It's my turn.
Oh,
Well,
no.
we did mention this on the Sunday show, but I want to go more depth into this.
Go ahead.
And that is the Sega considering the Persona live action movie or a TV show. And again, I want to ask, have you guys played the Persona games?
Heard
Not
about
that
it,
one.
never played it.
I have never played it, but I have seen Jacksepticeye play it.
Yeah, Jacksepticeye, yeah.
Yeah.
He did. So,
But
video
it's
game.
in the Shin Megami Tensei franchise, so I know kind of what it's
Yeah, because
about.
the thing is that with Persona, you have a
Yep.
really big storyline because it's like other games also that doesn't have the Persona name, but it's a part of the Shin Megami Tensei
Yep.
story.
Yes.
And when you go through the whole story, it's a lot of mangas, games, and every fucking thing, even anime. So it's really big. But just
Mhm.
like me. Um Video game publisher Sega, fresh off the success of its live action Sonic films. And you probably guys have seen the Sonic movies.
First.
Are you laughing?
Yeah, I'm laughing. It's gold. It's
Persona.
yeah.
Persona, yeah. Well,
Jace, before you continue, I need to go to bed.
okay.
So
But,
have a nice stream.
So before you
Alright.
go, promote yourself. What's up next for you?
Well, my name is Streaming Snowflake, as you guys can see. I mostly stream on Twitch. I'm currently having issues with my internet, so I can't stream like I always do. But hopefully it will go and be better. So I can go get back on those Fortnite streams with you again, Jace.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Pris, for having me on. It was nice
welcome.
seeing you in action.
In action. Okay. It was so fun you joining. So people, please look up her content, like, subscribe, follow her. She's interesting. She's Norwegian, so it's what you expect, of course. So, but yeah, please look up Jimmy Snowflake. She's interesting.
Then I will
It
see you
really
guys
is.
later.
Promise me. I know.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye.
See you
Ciao.
later. Oh, no. Prismatics was big. Oh, yeah.
I'm always big.
Yeah.
Don't
you
lie.
too. You be nice to me, man. Video game publisher Sega, fresh EFS, has said it.
I'm keeping hostage.
Is looking to adapt more games into films or TV shows. Specifically, Sega says it's in early stages to produce live action adaptations of Atlus games like Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. And I will say there's a lot of things they can do, like so many stories they can do. I don't know which story they would have chosen because it's way too many, but Sega revealed this bit of a news on EGN, telling the outlet that it wants to expand how it tells stories, and its plans to make this a big part of its business strategy. Or to put it in another way, some recent live action game adaptations have raked in a ton of money at the box office, including its own Sonic films, and it wants to keep that money train rolling. And I will say, when it comes to live actions from games, manga, anime, whatever, it normally doesn't go that well. we have had some things that has gone okay-ish, and that was who here have seen the Warcraft movie?
The Warcraft movie?
Yeah, that was based on World of Warcraft and Warcraft the games before.
No, I haven't seen the movie.
Yes, I've seen it.
Because that was a really great movie in my opinion, and to people who's wondering, it was the son of David Bowie who made the movie, and I think he's a really great, talented creator, and I wish that he would do more. But Ano, did you like the movie?
I liked it all right. It wasn't like, for me, it wasn't the best. It seemed a little B movie-ish to me, but
But that was the kind of point, like when it comes to like, for example, some of the CGI was like worse than the other. And the point of that was that it was supposed to look like a game at the same time as more realistic. So that was like one of the points of the movie that a lot of people didn't understand first, but that was kind of the point. But either way, we had that movie. It did okay-ish. It did flop, but in my view, it's one movie that I thought was really well made. Of course, it's not like for Ioannos. It's not for everybody, of course.
no, I didn't hate it. I'm not saying it was, garbage or anything, but it it has its place. If you like, I know World of Warcraft is a very popular game, and I'd be interested to hear people who love the game see what they think about it. I didn't ever look up reviews or anything for it at the time, so
okay.
That'd be an interesting thing to
know. I'm really in love with the old Warcraft games, the old-fashioned games. The World of Warcraft games I didn't play that much. The only times I normally played it was with my ex-fiance, because she was obsessed with World of Warcraft. So we went to the premiere to watch it, and she's a big Warcraft and a World of Warcraft fan, and she absolutely loved the movie. And she did get sad when we didn't get a sequel, because we were promised a sequel, but it hasn't happened. So it did flop in the box office, I think. So that's probably the reason.
Yeah,
but it did okay with the World of Warcraft fans. A lot of people did love it. But it was more of the critics that didn't like it. And the critics, they can ruin a lot of things that people do like, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not gonna just gush over a video game movie. And to be honest with you, video game movies have I don't know if it's a curse or what is it. I mean, the only one that's ever done any good was Sonic.
Sonic is the. I was gonna get to that because we have had the Tekken movies. We had 2 Tekken live-action movies that people have forgotten. They did not go well. Fun fight scenes, but had nothing to do with Tekken other than the name and the look in the first movie. The second movie was a prequel that was not related to Tekken at all. It was just like a normal, random, stereotypical Asian martial art movie.
Yeah.
But we also had King of Fighters. That was a live-action movie from the old game King of Fighters. It flopped as fuck. Even the main character could not fight at all. He never worked out in his life to fight or learn to fight in that movie.
So that's what I'm saying. They don't know how to make video game movies. They all want to be artistic with it, or they want to do their own thing with it instead of sticking to the lore. Is he sleeping?
Prismatics, are you sleeping? I think he did fall asleep on his own show.
Oh, jeez, a crow.
Prismatics. I really think he did fall asleep on his own show. Let me try something here.
That's fantastic.
Well, that is good at it on his own show.
This is the second time I've been on the stream. Somebody passed out.
Hey, Prismatics, are you alive? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to call him on Discord too, and he has fallen asleep, unfortunately. Yeah, he has fallen asleep. So we can finish up his stories that we were supposed to do, and then we can wrap it up.
Yep, there we go.
So Prismatics, I'm just gonna let you be here when you see this later on. This is great. I think I need to clip this.
Absolutely, man. I wish I had some shaving cream.
Yes. But yeah, we also had the Sonic movies that did really well when it comes to live action game movies,
Yeah,
and they did pretty well, and they also listened to their fans. If you remember how Sonic looked in the first trailer,
yeah.
did not
That was a
look
big
well
deal.
at all.
That was a
But
huge thing, and I mean,
it
even
was,
I wasn't the biggest Sonic fan of the video games, but even when I saw that first trailer or whatever it was, it just I was like, "What is this? They done screwed this thing up," and I didn't expect the
yeah.
backlash it did, and it just thank God they're smart enough to
Yes.
listen to the fans.
Yes, Goat. The host of the show did fall asleep. So I will continue for him with this last article. And also, no, I liked the second movie too. I think it did pretty well and it didn't flop. But there is like this curse with, making live action of games. I don't know what it is myself, but most of the movies always flop for some reason.
It's either the production studios that don't want to adhere to the video game itself, or it's the creators who think they're better than the video game and want to do something different, which either
And
way is a recipe for disaster.
yeah, and also when you think about it, like the last thing that we had that was based on a game, that was Halo, like the big one. And they focused on
God.
an agenda. They focused on, this bad agenda that we see in so many things. And they just butchered the whole Halo franchise and ruined the characters and
Oh yeah.
especially Master Chief. Like, what did you do to him? Like, that was not him at all. And then you have the ending of the show where he dies, and then Cortana is taking over his body.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
then,
They screwed it hard. Oh,
yeah,
they
so
ticked everybody off.
they really did. And when we get to this, like the Persona, like, yes, it is a JRPG. Yeah, we don't need to go through the whole article with stuff like that, but I don't know. I feel like when it comes to Persona, it is gonna be really hard because you have a lot of weird characters. You have like a character, I think that's named Mara or something, and that's basically a penis monster. It
Okay.
has a penis head. And I'm like, that is a big part of the games. Are you going to use that in a live action TV show or a movie? Because I don't know how that would do well with fans.
Yeah, and especially the normies who's never played it, they're
Hmm.
not gonna. It's not gonna appeal to them very well. So they're gonna change that. They're not gonna adhere
Yeah,
to that. They can't.
no. And like they said too, like they want this trend to go on after Sonic, and that means they care more about the money and than the story and the creation of the game itself. That's how I feel, at least. I don't know how
Yeah,
other
that
people feel, but that's how I feel about it.
sounds about right.
And
Yep.
well, Persona does have animes, and I think if they want to make something of Persona, especially when it's that weird, if we can say it like that, it should just stick to an anime, and it should just stick to games.
Yeah, I think the live action will probably fail if it's too complicated, too strange. For your audience isn't going to be that big. And
Yeah.
and to be honest with you, I mean, even that kind of is it that popular? I mean,
Oh, Persona
I'm
is really popular, but it's
oh
mostly popular at grown-ups. Like grown-ups are the people that I know that loves Persona the most because well, they've had a lot of different content before Persona was a thing. You had I can't fucking pronounce that name. I'm so bad at Japanese names, but Megami at Tensei. That was like the story before, and then you have like so much story long before that. It's like how do you say it? It's it's basically we can use Star Wars for as an example, or Star Trek. You know, you have so many shows, you have so many books and comics, and it's like
spin-offs and
yeah, it's like it has such a big lore, and Persona and Shin Megam, yeah, Shin. They both have that because Persona is just a spin-off, uh, spin-off series basically of
yeah,
that universe. So it's like in the same universe, and it's like it's not the main characters from the old stuff, but it's like it is like Star Wars and Star Trek in that
yeah.
sense. And I don't know how they're gonna do this because Sega really focusing on Sonic, and that's more PG-13. And I just think like when it comes to Persona, it's gonna be really hard to make that PG-13 because that's probably what they want to do then, because Sonic did so well around the world for grown up, for kids. What the hell is he doing? Oh god,
Ain't
this
no
is fun.
telling.
But there's like so much with that. I'm just like, if you are turning Persona into a PG-13, or it's not gonna go well because it's not a PG-13 game, in my opinion. You know, you have
Yeah.
like I said, a penis monster basically, and
Yeah, it's probably rated R for sure.
yeah, I could totally see Persona's style butchered. I could totally see that happen. And another thing too is that even though I love the Sonic franchise, you know, the movies, I was never a big fan of the games myself. It's the same thing that I was never a big fan of the Super Mario games.
No, I was a fan of that, and that hurt me back in the day when they tried to make Mario the movie.
Oh God, I've not seen it yet. I've only seen clips. I just refuse to watch it.
Yeah, no, it's not worth your time really, but
Yeah,
but,
I'd rather watch The Room. I'd rather watch The Room or Dragon Ball Evolution,
yeah,
and they are bad.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
I mean,
remember. Yeah, I wasn't a Dragon Ball fan either, but I had watched some of the episodes, and
Yeah,
and
I'm a big Dragon Ball fan,
and
so for me, it really hurt when I saw that movie. I
yeah,
got
I
so
imagine.
pissed off, but well, at least it's still better than the Star Wars sequels and Star Trek Discovery and Picard.
Yeah,
But also, what I'm thinking about is like if they make a Persona movie or a TV show, they are gonna do the same things that I feel like are doing with One Piece, the TV show, and live action from Netflix. And it's they are making it so Western. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I kind of don't want to see that. Just keep it to manga, keep it to anime. Done with the fucking case. It's like it's that easy.
Yeah.
Simple math.
If they can't do it right, don't do it at all. And just exactly the same thing with Cowboy Bebop. They didn't need to do it at all. And even my kid loved Cowboy Bebop. He got me to watch it, and I liked it a lot. And
Get old
before
anime.
the anime, and before they even announced that they were making a live action, he made me watch it, and then they announced it, and I told him about, hey, they're making a live action Cowboy Bebop, and he's like, why would I want to watch that? I got the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So for a lot of these people, it's not worth the time, and it's going to fail, especially if they put their bad mojo on it.
Yeah. So before I wrap it up, I want to ask, since you came in, I don't know if you got to talk, mention or talk about this. But when we are mentioning like anime stuff, did you see that the Stranger Things creators are gonna make a live action TV show about Death Note?
I just saw that earlier today. They're gonna give it another shot.
Yeah. No. This is we are actually getting a sequel to the movie, by the way, with the Mortal Kombat creator from the new movie.
But didn't the Death Note on Netflix just bomb to high heaven?
It bombed to a certain point, but they're still gonna make a sequel with the Mortal Kombat creator from the new movie that they made. And he said that he was gonna focus more on the manga itself, on story aspects.
Yeah,
But
okay.
well, like I said, I'm a big Death Note fan, but I have a little weak spot for the movie. There's a lot of things that I did enjoy, and a lot of things that I really, really hated. Like if you don't know what Death Note is, it's just a typical horror-ish teen movie that's just
Yeah.
like that. But when you know about, the manga and the anime, of course, it's gonna be terrible on so many aspects. But the movie had potential. Yeah, it's getting a sequel. I don't know if it's worth to make a sequel of that movie since it did flop. But yeah, the creators of that Stranger Things are making a live action TV show. I just want to ask you before I wrap it up. Do you think they could actually do it after what they've done with the Stranger Things and stuff like that?
Oh man, that's a hit or miss, to be honest with you, because Stranger Things 1, freaking awesome. Season 2, it was okay. Season 3 was not good, but they show some signs of intelligence by listening to the fans again and um, making some changes to season 4. That's not perfect, but it's still far superior than 2 and 3. So what I'm saying is they do, if they're doing this TV show, are they going to screw up this first season, or are they going to do their due diligence and figure out what it actually is that they're doing before they?
Yeah, because what I said earlier in the stream is that when it comes to Death Note, you have also a lot of other stories without Kira, without Light, without those characters. Because Japan made, some live action TV shows, and one of them are not about Kira. It's not about Light. It's not about them. It's about new characters. And you also have the manga they made. They made a sequel manga that people normally forget because it was so horrible. And like I said, they also had Trump in that manga trying to buy the Death Note. It's just like, the fuck are you doing, right?
Yeah, right.
But like I said, I have a little feeling they could do something interesting with it. I'm really afraid because I'm a big Death Note fan.
I would be afraid.
I am afraid, but I have a little hope. I don't want to give up that hope because I think Stranger Things is beautiful to look at. They have done a lot of interesting things. I have not seen the 2 last episodes of Stranger Things season 4 yet, because we are going to do a reaction video of it on Chris's channel on 540 Echo, the other 540 channel that he runs. But what I have seen so far, and I really love Stranger Things, I think the producers, the creators can do something. But after doing the stream that we've done today, as I have been thinking through the stream, and I think that I would love to see a different story with new characters in Death Note instead of focusing on the original characters. Because you have a big universe, and I don't want to see Light again. I've already seen him in the manga, in the TV show, in live action from Japan, and I've seen him, of course, when they called him Light Turner in the goddamn movie. So I would love to see something new, like they did with one of the live action TV shows they did in Japan. And I would love to see something new and something interesting, and still kept, a lot of the sources, and respect to the old manga and TV show. But they did something completely new with a new story. At least it's what I hope they could do. But of course, I will be afraid because there's a lot of things that can mess up in that.
Yeah.
And
See, the good thing with Death Note is they have a lot of source material that they can look at, and because with Stranger Things, they were writing this on the fly, so it's their own story, and they screwed it up, and then got it back on track.
Yeah.
But with Death Note, they have plenty of source material to work with and to draw from. So I would put that in their favor. They're not coming out of this or pulling all this crap out of thin air, and to where it's a lot harder to mess this up that way.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally agree with you. But it looks like we need to wrap it up because the host of his own channel did fall asleep.
Fantastic.
So I guess I'm the one who needs to wrap it up. Luckily, we are streaming on the 540 StreamYard, so I have control because it's my StreamYard.
Yep.
So that's really good, because if it was his StreamYard, it would still be live.
We'd all just bail and just let him wake up to him.
Yeah, waking up to his own
Middle of the
stream.
night.
But yeah, so let's first start with Ano. Promote yourself and what's up next for you.
Hey guys, check me out at Anonymous. Well, just Anonymous. You can do a search. I'm the only Anonymous on YouTube, and just check out my videos. I will be making another one soon. I will figure out a new subject to make fun of to bring you some sort of laughter and entertainment. And give a sub, like a video. It's all good, man.
Yep, and something Prismatics did forget earlier on his own channel is sharing the YouTube channels. But at least I got to do that at the end here. Go and follow him. He's a great guy. And dude, we need to get you more on 540 Studio also. You have so many good things to say about stuff. You are, a smart guy. So I appreciate, being here with us today.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
And of course, I'm Jace. I'm Jace Fox. I'm the founder and creator of 540 Studio. I'm also running the whole business. So Prismatics, he is working for me. So today we wanted to do a little stream on his channel that he did fall asleep on. Other than that, I want to say thank you to Orange Chat, Diego, Ano, and Snowflake, and everybody in the chat. It's been great seeing you all. And also, give Prismatics likes, give him sub, help him grow. Yeah, he also has a Twitch channel where he plays games. And you will also see Prismatics on 540 Studio. And what's tomorrow? We are gonna stream on the main channel. It's a typical Beyond show that we always do on Mondays and Thursdays, where we go through articles and news and some politics sometimes. And on Friday, it will also be a stream. It will be not a podcast, but a podcast. It's a chill stream that we do when we talk about whatever and just having fun and don't focus on a lot of negative stuff. And and just it's like you go visiting a friend or go to the pub and just enjoy your time with friends. And on Saturdays, Chris normally has on 540 Echo. He normally have reviews where he goes through TV shows and movies and other stuff. So he is we are gonna watch the last 2 episodes of Stranger Things, and he will also do a review of the 2 last episodes, or movies. I kind of want to call them movies because I saw they were really long. And on Sunday, we are also gonna have not a podcast, but a podcast again. And I cannot forget mentioning this. The 19th on 540 Studio, we will have an interview with a Norwegian band called Lyka. I'm good friends with the vocalist. It's going to be really fun to have them on. We're going to talk about how the band started and talk about a lot of various stuff. And other than that, like I always say before we wrap it up, I want to thank everybody who's been here today from the bottom of my heart. We appreciate the family that we have here on 540 Studio and everything. So life's is short. Make the most of it. And we will see you later. And remember, that was the wrong one. It's so messed up. There we go.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of